who was Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. Who was she? What does she want? Is she rid? The legend states that if you hold a candlelit mirror and chant Bloody Mary either 3 times or 13 times, she will appear as a vengeful spirit and either hurt or kill you. As with any urban legend, there are many variations of who Bloody Mary is and how to summon her. Some say that Mary is a witch who was executed 100 years ago for participating in the Black Arts. Others state that the legend was based on Elizabeth Bathory, Queen Mary or Mary, Queen of Scots. More on this shortly. How do you summon Bloody Mary? First you must gather up a candle and light it. Next go into a completely dark room that has a mirror. Finally, chant Bloody Mary into the mirror 3 times. She will then appear within the mirror with a bloody curdling shriek, or she will appear behind you and kill you. No one is really sure exactly who inspired the legend of Bloody Mary and how it became a popular game to play among kids and teens at sleepovers. Most perform this ritual and attempt to summon Mary in their dark bathroom. There are dire consequences of disturbing the slumber of Bloody Mary. Some that claimed to have summoned her and lived, claim that the mirror started bleeding and Mary scratched up their faces or bodies. Other variations state that she will reach through the mirror and rip the summoner's eyes out, while others state that she will drive anyone in the bathroom insane, and some say summoners will suffer instant death. Mary I of England was called Bloody Mary and some confuse her with this legend. Elizabeth Bathory, a Hungarian countess who lived from 1560 to 1614, killed young girls so she could bathe in their blood to preserve her youthful appearance. Gail DeVoe stated, "So why do children continue to summon Bloody Mary, flirting with danger and possible tragedy?" The ages between 9 and 12 are labeled the Robinson age by psychologists. This is the period when children need to satisfy their craving for excitement by participating in ritual games and playing in the dark. They are constantly looking for a safe way to extract pleasure and release anxiety and fears. Staring into a mirror in a dimly lit room for a prolonged period can cause one to hallucinate. Facial features may appear to melt, distort, disappear, and rotate, while other hallucinatory elements, such as animal or strange faces, may appear. Giovanni Caputo of the University of Urbino writes that this phenomenon, which he calls the strange face illusion, is believed to be a consequence of a dissociative identity effect, which causes the brain's facial recognition system to misfire in a currently unidentified way. Other possible explanations for the phenomenon include illusions attributed, at least partially, to the perceptual effects of Droxler's fading and possibly self-hypnosis. It's possible these mirror witch games have their roots in old-time divining rituals involving unmarried girls and future husbands. This ritual required the females to walk up a set of stairs backwards while holding a candle and mirror, Either they would see their future husband's face or a skull. There are a number of variations of these divinations, some involving chanting a rhyme in a darkened room on a special night and then quickly looking in the mirror to catch a glimpse of the bridegroom-to-be. The concept of mirrors as portals between this world and the realm of spirits shows up in other beliefs, namely those surrounding funerals. It was common practice to cover mirrors in a house where a death had occurred until the body was taken for burial. It was believed if the dear departed caught a glimpse of himself in a mirror, his ghost would remain in the house because the mirror would trap his spirit. Queen Mary I earned her title of Bloody Mary. She was responsible for burning nearly 300 Protestants at the stake in her attempts to make England more Catholic. Ironically, she brought so much death but could not give life. A false pregnancy taunted her twice. The second time she died. Some related this Bloody Mary with the other and thought that she was a ghost searching for children to steal. The legend of Bloody Mary inspired a number of Hollywood hits. One is Candyman. If you chant Candyman's name into the mirror, he will appear.
Go downstairs. I have a surprise for you.
She looked in the mirror, and I don't know why, but she said his name the last time.
Candyman.
She turned out the lights.
Beetle also follows the Bloody Mary legend. He will also appear if you call his name out loud 3 times.
Loose! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Mary, Queen of Scots, was also thought to be the inspiration of Bloody Mary, despite her not causing all that much bloodshed. Her ill-advised marriage to her cousin, the Earl of Darnley, turned sour when he stabbed a man 56 times in front of a pregnant Mary. Following the vicious murder, Darnley died mysteriously. While there was never any proof, fingers pointed towards Mary, who happened to marry one of the main suspects of Darnley's murder. After even more tarnish to her name, Mary scooped up her infant son, John, who later would become the King of England, and travelled to her cousin Queen Elizabeth I to beg for protection. Elizabeth feared there would be an uprising for Mary, Queen of Scots, to take over her throne, so she hid her throne in jail. Mary, Queen of Scots, was imprisoned for 19 years. Due to more conspiracies whispered in Elizabeth's ear and a few elaborate escape plans on Mary's part, she was sentenced to death by beheading. Unfortunately, the executioner was unskilled and it took several attempts to kill Mary. Once she'd been successfully beheaded, the executioner tried to lift up her head and yell, "Long live the Queen!" But he'd only grabbed her red wig, and Queen Mary of Scots' real hair and head fell to the ground. Elizabeth Bathory was also thought to be the inspiration for the legend of Bloody Mary. Obviously her name is not Mary, but there is a lot of blood involved with her. The Blood Countess, Elizabeth Bathory, was a Hungarian royal in the 1500s, and remains the most prolific female serial killer in history. Elizabeth Bathory had an unquenchable thirst for killing, and could get away with it because of her vast wealth. Hundreds of girls disappeared in her castle. There were reports of cannibalism, beatings, strangling, stabbings and even lacerations from Elizabeth's own teeth. There are no records of an official body count of how many girls died in the Blood Countess's castle, but is estimated at more than 600.
We're following breaking news. Nationwide Amber Alert. Authorities now.
Good morning to you, Dan. At least 50 police officers, including the FBI, are searching right now, overnight, using bloodhounds in temperatures near freezing, and still no sign.
Meanwhile, another girl has been reported missing in...
With an Amber Alert issued overnight in Colorado, the FBI has now joined the search for 10-year-old...
A 10-year-old girl disappeared from her home on this past frigid Tuesday after she and her sister participated in the Bloody Mary game. Her parents and the authorities are baffled and are looking for leads concerning her whereabouts. The following video clips are excerpts from the family's archives.
Mary, Bloody 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 Mary.
Breaking overnight, a missing child alert is in place statewide for this.